Here is our how to draw a superhero with a final step. So right here, I'm starting to erase some of the lines that I don't need anymore, the sketch lines. So we're going to start working on the face, and I'm not sure how the face is going to evolve yet, but I'm going to go with it. So I'm just shaping the face here, giving it a chin to give it some more shape, not just a round, oval head. I'm fixing the neck, and I'm using a black outline. So if you're using a marker or pencil crayon, you can do that too. And I think I'm going to put a mask on my superhero because a lot of superheroes are masked. So I'm going to just do a curve across the head. And I've sped up the video so that we can, you can pause it as you go. Oh, I'm just gonna start to put a skin tone on here using the airbrush. So it's a little bit, there we go. So I'm putting like a little shading near the nose, on the top of the head, the bottom of the jawline, and now the neck. Darker to lighter from the neck going in. I just erased a little bit of those lines to clean up those lines a little bit. So now I'm shading it in to give the face dimension and start to bring it forward. I'm going to leave the face for now. And I'm going to start to do the hands. And I think I'm going to make the hands into gloves, just to make it a little easier. Hands are a little trickier to draw. If you want to draw the hands with just the actual hands without making them into gloves, you are more than welcome to take on that challenge. I just wanted to simplify this a little bit for you. So I'm going to put some black gloves on my superhero here. And as you can see, again, I've sped up the video. Just for sake of time, you can pause at any time. I'm shading the glove in here. And I just did the little curve for the thumb. I like to work back and forth from area to area. When I see something that needs adjustment, I go back to it. So now I'm starting to put some details to give it more definition around the edges of the figure. Shading in some of the mask. If you do little lines like that, you can almost look like the light's reflecting. Now I'm going back to the legs here. Giving some more definition with some muscles, using some curved lines. Oh, I'm gonna erase that, go back. Now I'm just giving some definition to my kindness symbol, because the world continues to need kindness. Kindness warriors. I'm going to go back to the face and put just a curve, just to give the illusion of a mouth. And now I'm following the shape of the head to put the hair on, moving it, not just coloring randomly, but using the shape of the head to shade it in, to color it in. See, in that curved manner, I'm following the shape, the head coming forward. Some more definition. I think my superhero is looking pretty fierce now. Now I'm going to work on the feet. So we want to make them look less like triangles and more like feet. So I'm going to define them into a boot-like shape, which curves the toes and curves the heel. I'm going to bring it up over top of the pants that I've drawn. And I'm going around the edges, and I'm going to smudge towards the center to make it look shaded. And like I said, this is the first time I've tried speeding up a video. So if you feel like it's going too fast, I just wanted to try something out here. You can pause the video and keep going afterwards, or rewind. That's the beauty about having a video. So I'm doing the same thing. I'm showing you that the foot should be a head length long, just to double check. Sometimes when we draw feet, they can look too small and it can't support the body. I'm just shading that in. And if you're having trouble shading, don't worry too much about it. Just add color. Do what you can. All I ask is that you try, because developing that skill is really helpful to making your work look dynamic and three-dimensional. I'm just filling in some more of the skin tone. When you work on your artwork as a whole and not just one piece at a time, it helps you see things that you might not have seen. Now I'm going to work on the cape. So I'm picking up the red color and I'm going to draw from the other side a curvy line that goes out. And then from that side, another curvy line that kind of expands outwards. I'm just going to adjust that a little bit, because then I'm doing a curvy line to join the two, so it looks like it's flying. So in here where the curve goes in, I'm shading in a darker red to give the illusion of the curves of the fabric flowing. So on each curve of the end of the cape, I've colored in red, and it's thicker near the edge. And in behind my superhero, I've put it darker, and now I'm going to add some purple to even darken it more to make it look like it's in behind. That helps to give a sense of space and depth. So I'm putting some purple into there. And now I'm going to smudge it out a little bit. And again, you can do this by coloring lighter as you go in, if you're using pencil crayons or crayons even. If you're using marker, it's a little more challenging to shade. So you could actually just color it in and then use lines, like a dark outline, to define it. But if you're working digitally, you can smudge. So now I'm bringing in the purple more into that red area just to give it more depth. And now I'm going to use the black, just like I was saying about the black outline. That's going to help create, and I'm going to put some more lines in behind there to give it more definition. And then you can see it's like flying out from behind our character. Now, I'm just adding some finishing touches. With artwork, I feel like I can keep going, and here I'm adding even more darker lines, just loose lines, following the same shape of the cape, and adding some lines to add some shading in there too. Again, I hope this isn't too fast for you guys. Oops. And now I'm just going to show you what it looks like with different color backgrounds. I'm going to scroll through the whole color wheel. It's kind of cool to look at. And I think I'm going to leave it at yellow. And there you go.